What's up YouTube, Dave here from Wargames, bringing you a Lightsworn deck profile. Now, considering we are now all have access to Minerva, why not try and build the deck? Most of the stuff is pretty cheap and easy to pick up. You pretty much got all the main Lightsworns you wanted from the starter set, the latest set Battles of Legend, apart from the JDs, but again they got printed in Duelist Saga and have many a prints. And then you look at your Erins, their commons, they were reprinted recently in a structure deck. Same for Eclipse Wyverns, Fairy Tale Snows are easy to pick up. Ghost Ogres are a few quid each, you've got to pick those up. Trick Clowns easy to get, they got reprinted. Charger Light Braves are quite easy to get. Twin Twisters have had common reprints. Foolish has got common reprints. And then you've got your Regekis, Darkholds and Roders, all pretty standard there. So, without further ado, I'm going to crack straight into the deck. So, I've tried to focus on JD because I think JD is, well, a bit of JD and Minerva, because I think JD is an absolute don. He's so strong. Every time I played against Lightsworn and this card was dropped on me, I was just like, unless you've got, the fact that it's not once per turn, the fact that it can help with snow, the fact that, you know, they can drop multiples, it was just like, oh, okay, drop this, effect, strike, cool, here's another JD, and you're just like, what? And it just constantly keeps on going, and it's absolute boss at 3k. You can get one of these out, nuke the board, get another one out, you've got 6k on board straight away, and then if you get a Fairy Tale Snow back from grave, you just go bang, bang, and it's just, oh, it's insane. Absolutely insane how strong this card is. And then we play Triple Raiden, the Hand of the Lightsworn. Again, this got a nice reprint in Battles of Legend. And this is kind of your main guy. He's your tuner, he's your beak stick, he's your miller. He can mill a maximum of 4 cards, I believe it is. So at the start, you activate his effect during the main phase, send 2 cards. Then he gains 200 per Lightsworn that was sent. And then in the end phase, you send another 2. I played 2 Groth, Lightsworn Warrior. This is basically because another name for JD in the graveyard, and then obviously his draw effect as well. So because I've mixed it with Minerva as well, I've tried to have enough names in deck and enough kind of Lightsworn cards in deck to make all effects relevant. Triple Wolf. Now this guy is really, really good, but he's a pain in the arse when you open up with him because you have to then get him out of hand. But you mill him, which 9 times out of 10 when playing zombie swans and all this stuff, people seem to do it. And he just helps extend plays. He's straight away with a Raiden. If you mill him off a Raiden, he's a level 8 play, a rank 4 play, pretty much anything with Wolf. Double Erin, Lightsworn Monk. The attack is really, really nice because it gets to bounce back a defense position monster. And then obviously the end phase, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So it's another level 4 normal summon that can help cycle through. And then we got 2 Felice, Lightsworn Archer. Again, can't be normal summoned or set, so it must be special summoned by a card effect. If this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by a monster effect, special summon it. You contribute this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, then send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Now, it's more for the revival effect, the special summon effect to help go into plays, which is why she's only at 2. Triple Lumina, Lightsworn Summoner. Now this is really, really good because it helps getting you into your level 7 synchro plays, because you bring back Raiden and kind of go through there as your main type of play. 1 Lila. Lila is your back row hate. It's not the best, but it's still quite relevant. Again, it's another name for JD, and then the rank 4 as well. Double Eclipse Wyvern, because you don't want to be milling your JDs, you want to be able to search it out. So if you mill your Eclipse Wyvern, you search out your JD, and then this is quite easily banished off of Snow. Speaking of which, you play Triple Snow, such a good card in this deck. Ideally, you don't want to open with it, but it's not the end of the world if you do. And then the fact that you're going to have so many of these in your graveyard ready, you can kind of just circle around what you need, help your plays for JD. And then, like I said, there's ways of making Snow playable with JD. It helps get you games and OTKs. Double Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Because hand traps are very, very important in this game at this moment in time, so you do want to have some kind of hand trap in the deck. So this can easily be pretty much any hand trap you want. It can be Ash, it could be Droll and Lot Bird, it can be Ghost Ogre if that's what you prefer. Just in my personal opinion, I prefer Ghost Ogre over the rest. Yes, it is a bit of a gamble playing cards like this in a mill deck, but you kind of need it. It's like you could play Maxi as well if you wanted to. But ideally you want to be milling your Lightsworns, not really drawing into them as much. And then we finish it off with 1 Trick Clown because again it's a help for level 8 synchro plays, and rank 4 plays. By milling this guy, you can bring him back and circle him around as many times as you want. So that's it for the monster lineup. Now we move on to the spell lineup. Now spell lineup obviously helps massively. So you play triple solar recharge. This is your draw power of the deck. You discard one Lightsworn monster, draw 2 cards, and send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So not only does it unclog your hand, draw cards for you, it then mills cards for you as well. So it's really, really helpful. Charge the Light Brigade, again, mill cards from the deck to the graveyard and then add one level 4 or lower Lightsworn monster from your deck to your hand. You have so many targets in a deck, this will never be a dead card unless you've run into trouble. Double Twin Twisters. Again, you can unclog your hand. You can easily play Galaxy Cyclones in this just because you want that extra ability in the graveyard. But Twin Twisters helps unclog your hands. Foolish Barrel, you send Wolf straight away. You've got your rank 4 play or your level 8 play. Rodar can search out your Erin or Raiden. Dark Hole for board wipes, Regeki for board wipes, and then we'll put the traps in as well. Double Strike and Single Warning. Now the reason I've chosen strikes over D-barriers for the upcoming Link format is purely because at this moment in time, unless D-barrier gets an errata, D-barrier is not going to be massively helpful about stopping the links, but possibly strikes can still do so. So what I might mention about this is it is link ready. Because this doesn't worry about flooding the boards with extra deck monsters, and because you do have JDs in there, it can focus on boss monsters. So obviously with Mischievous Radiance coming out, then yeah, you can extend your plays a little bit more with this deck. But for now, you can pretty much build this deck as it is, as it stands, and it'll be ready to play in Link. Now obviously you get Twilight Swans when the new set comes out as well, so I'm pretty much only going up to the structure deck. Now when we get to the structure deck, you can put in stuff like Link Spiders and Deco Talker, but as we progress in Link, Light Swans will get more support with Twilight Swans and stuff like that. Right, now onto the extra deck. Obviously starting off with double Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn. Now this card was a prize card for those of you who don't know, which I'm surprised everyone in the Yu-Gi-Oh world probably knows this now. Pick this up in secret, you get one a box from what I've seen so far. It's not guaranteed, but it does look like you get one of every secret from a box, and Minerva is just too strong and too good not to get if you want to build this deck. One Gaga Cowboy. Now the reason I play Cowboy in this deck is purely because when you do your JD plays, if you get 2 JDs on board, you go nuke the board with the first one or draw out their strike, get out the second one, that's 6k straight already. You bring back 2 snows, if you haven't been able to game, you overlay into Cowboy and you finish them off there and then. Tornado Dragon, because it's a rank 4 staple, so is Abyss Dweller and Castell. Plus the Utopia package, you can make this broadboard Dryden if you want. It's really dependent on how much, obviously both Dryden and Utopia have their effects. Like Dryden is more destructive during your opponent's turn, but Utopia the Lightning, if you can make it keep its 5k ability, you're doing okay. So it's really dependent on what kind of engine you want to play. You can put them in here either way you do it. I'm trying out Bujinte Tsukiyomi. Now the only reason I'm trying this out is purely to try and unclog hands to see how it works. If I don't use it as much during testing, then it can come out quite easily for either another Omega or just other level 7 or 8 plays. One Clearing Synchro Dragon, one Michael the Arch Lightsworn. Now obviously this is very, very important in the deck as well. It's one of the very few decks, well, it is the deck which Michael comes from, which makes him so much better. Obviously, the paying 1,000 life points to target a card on field and banish it is just invaluable sometimes. Black Rose Dragon for the times you want to nuke the board again. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. So again, actually going back to Black Rose Dragon, you could also combo this really, really nicely with JD. So you go into Black Rose, nuke the board anyway, or draw out their strike or warning, whatever. Then you can go into JD as well. Being able to nuke the board multiple times in this in this deck is incredible. One Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, because if you make it rank 7, you can then just finish and burn your opponent off the game. And then we finish it off with the Cyframe Lord Omega, which again is very, very easy and cheap to get hold of because it did get reprinted in Battles of Legend Light's Revenge. So yeah, that is it. Very straightforward, very, very simple to the deck. This is my first time building Lightsworns, so if there are bits that I've missed or just little tech cards, I know you can play the normal deck Minerva. I just don't actually have one at this moment in time. So yeah, if there is anything I've missed out, let us know, and I'll obviously do an update when Link come out and get it more ready. But like I said, this is ready to go for Links if you wanted to build it today. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.